Bairnsdale Treasurers. Thanks for watching. Danielle here with you for a tutorial on how to handle your JobKeeper allowance and stipend bill. So most parishes would see that we are receiving our stipend bill and a credit note for the JobKeeper allowance. This video is going to show you how to enter that bill and enter the credit and handle the payment. Firstly, in your chart of accounts, you will need to create a new income line. Now, I have put mine under sundry income, JobKeeper allowance. Choose to put it wherever it's going to fit in with your parish, but you need to have an income line called JobKeeper allowance. Now, I know you're not physically receiving this money, but the way that Annette is doing our bills by invoicing us for our stipend and then issuing a credit, it's the same way as if she was popping that JobKeeper allowance into all of the parish bank accounts and then issuing the invoice. So this is how we're going to handle it. All right, so I am going to enter the bill of my Bishop in Council BS. I'm just going to pretend it's the end of the month and I've got my bill from Annette. Now, I just like to put in the word invoice first. You don't have to. You can just put in the number. Okay, I'm just making up a number there because I wouldn't have a clue. I haven't got the bill yet, clearly. All right, so the stipend bill that we have been receiving is for $3,250. If I get my August bill, it is due in the middle of September, and I know that this is going to be for rector stipend tax-free. So you will enter the full stipend bill that you have received in the mail. Save and new. At the same time, we're going to enter the credit. So over here, we will just tick credit, and the screen just changed slightly. That credit is still going to Bishop in Council. Now, I find it much easier to have a Bishop in Council Bear B and a Bear S. It just makes when paying the bills a lot easier. And so this for me is credit note, whatever it is. Okay, and the credit is for $3,000. This is my JobKeeper allowance credit. I could put a memo in here if I like, Brenda Burney, or JobKeeper allowance rector. If you've got a rector, a youth minister, and also some admin staff, you may like to put the memo in of who this JobKeeper allowance is for. All right, down here with this account, this is going into the new JobKeeper account that I have just created. And this will be NCF. Even though this is an income line, and income you should be using GST or free. If I use free here, it's saying, no, you can't use it here because we're in the purchasing section, so it does need to be NCF. So I have entered my bill for $3,250. I am now entering my credit for $3,000. The bill has gone to stipends. The credit is going to JobKeeper allowance. Save and close. It's time to pay that bill. Clearly, we're only paying the diocese $250. When I click on pay bills, I have my Bishop in Council bill here ready to pay for $3,250. Tick the box. Now this new little bit that just popped up, I have some credits available of $3,000. Would you like to use those credits? Yes, please. Set the credits. This screen pops up. It knows we've got 3,000. It's actually already allocated them and has said we now have a zero balance because we've just used all of our credits. If I untick this, I'm saying, no, I don't want to use those credits. But obviously I do. Obviously I only want to pay a $250 bill. So let's tick this. Leave it ticked because it was already ticked to start with. I am using all of the $3,000 of credits. Done. This has now changed my amount to pay to the diocese, only the $250. I can now make sure that I'm paying it out of the correct bank account. I'm going to enter a check and I'm going to pay it. We need to assume that I'm working on next month because they're the dates that I have used to give you this example. So I'm actually going to pay this on the 8th. I'll pay it a little bit early because we've got the funds available. I will pay the selected bill and I will do an electronic funds transfer. So I've entered the full bill. Still only paying $250. And we're done. I don't want to pay any more bills. So if I go into my chart of accounts and have a look at the JobKeeper, it's coming up 0 because that's financial year to date, and obviously I forward dated this. So my JobKeeper is showing that I have received 3,000, and down in my stipends, oops, gone too far. Where are we here? This financial year. And so down here I have my full 3,250. As you can see, I actually haven't been entering my bills like that, but I actually should. So I'm going to go back in time and change all of those bills because I have just learnt that I've been doing it incorrectly by just entering the $250. We need to show the full stipend and the full JobKeeper allowance. So very simple once you know how. Enter the full bills, pay your bill, and use the credit. I hope this helps. I hope we've all learnt something today because, quite frankly, I only just learnt this myself. Thank you. See you later.